Okay, so again, we are creating an online portfolio. I'd like everybody to go to blogger.com. Your screen is going to look a little different from mine, probably starting off because I have an account set up. What you guys are probably going to see starting off is something like this, right? Or I think actually you have to ask, or it asks you for to create an account name. I'm going to see if I can pull somebody's screen up here, and so we can see that. All right, who's got the screen that I'm looking for? It looks like everybody's kind of in. All right, I think it did ask for a display name. You can put in your full name if you do get to that screen. I see some of you. Oh yeah, there's what I'm looking for here. Right, so right here. All right, so Katrina, I'm looking at your screen. Right, this would be your first screen. It's going to ask for your display name. Just put in your name. You can probably create an additional account if you really like this with any additional names after that. And then you're going to press create blog, right, and now you have that screen. All right, so what I'd like you to title this OCVTS Multimedia. What's the difference between a blog and a website? Anybody know what's the difference between a blog and a website? Anybody? Well, my site, right, this is my blog. This is it, right? I can scroll down here and I have, it's a thread, right? It kind of continues on and goes chronologically, most recent on the top, as opposed to a website would be something I always use, like some kind of commerce site like Best Buy, right? It's not as kind of archaic in that they can, or archival, I guess I should say rather, where you don't see more current information, right? So we're creating this blog, but we're going to make it look like a website. I would like you to put, so we have for the title, it's OCVTS Multimedia, your address. Try to get first initial, last name. If it's available, you just type it in and click on that. So it's saying it's not available. So maybe you put like a year after it or a number. A lot of people use like the last 2 digits of their birth year. And I would like you to choose the simple design. Okay, so after we get to this point, and again, this next thing will still apply only to people who have not created this blog yet. What I'm going to have you do is there's a difference between posts and pages, right? So if we look back at my other site, this page would just contain posts. So every day you can, as I do, if you had some kind of topic you like talking about, you want to share things, you would create posts every day, right? These on the top, these don't get changed every day. These would be our different pages, right? So maybe you start drawing and, you want to have kind of a daily update, which is really good for search engine optimization also. The more you create current content, the more it'll kind of bring you to the top of search engines. All right. So what I'd like you guys to do though is create like a biography page. All right. So if you missed what I just did, I pressed new post. All right. And so where was there? No. And then at the top, you could type welcome. You could type biography. It's kind of like a landing page, and say, my name is Mr. Awesome. I am a student at OCVTS studying graphic design. All right. Some kind of, and you could elaborate that. You can put a picture in this page. We'll show you how to do that shortly. All right. And then what you want to do is press publish. All right. I'm not going to, actually, I guess I could always delete this. All right. So if I do publish and then view blog, I can see that posting has become active on what we would probably see as our home page. All right. So anybody missed that or need help with that? All right, so after we get this initial posting done, right? So your posts are going to show up basically on your home page, but we want to create these tabs on the top. So what we're going to do is press back on, I guess, Blogger if you're not kind of in this screen. And here's kind of what we call the back end, all right? The behind the scenes of things. So I want everybody to go to Pages, and then we're going to say New Page. And we're going to title this new page Video Production. So they're there, we just have to make them visible probably.
I can do that. I don't know if they have.
All right, well,
Oh,
click.
they do? Okay. Never mind.
All right, so we're going to title this Video Production. So this would be the name of our page. And so now let's look into kind of the design, all right? You have two views for creating your pages or your posts. You have Compose and HTML, all right? Does anybody know anything about HTML? It's another language, right? If we go back, if you open up another tab, I'd like you to go to my blog from today, and instead of having you guys type this, or we don't really have a lot of time, I'm just going to have you copy all this text, all right? So yes, this is what's called a tag, an opening tag, all right? And then anything with a / should be a closing tag, but again, not a lot of time to really go into this. So I'd just like you to copy all this from here, go back to your other tab, and in your HTML, right, we see that our page editing options are reduced a lot, but if we paste it and then go to Compose, we can see that the web browser has interpreted all that code to create this table, right? So it's, and that's why we say it's a language. That your web browser is interpreting that code. It knows the translation of what those tags are. If we didn't use this table layout, when we placed all the text and images, it would just really get unorganized. So we're going to use this table as a layout for that. All right, so now let's publish this. I'll do... Okay, so now to add this page, because as you are all probably seeing, that page didn't show up on your navigation on the top of your kind of your home page, right? So assuming that you published it, we want to come back to the behind the scenes, and we want to go to layout, all right? And then under this section where it says cross column, yours probably says add gadget, right? Is what you guys see there. Let's see if I have somebody's I can look at here. Oop, that's not it. All right, I'm looking for somebody's that has that. Anybody in that area? So if you didn't have the simple layout, you may... All right, so I'm not sure whose I'm looking at here, but under this cross column, all right, they already have pages added. Is anybody not seeing? I'm pretty sure it said add gadgets. Did you guys get that? And then you selected pages. All right, so we're going to add the pages gadget to this section is what's basically happening there. Here we go. I got somebody's here. They're already adding the page. All right, so let's assume that we have that. Once the pages gadget is added, we're going to edit it. And all you should have to do, you should see that video production page added there. You just have to check it off. All right, so you check off the page that you want visible. You can also, as you add more, you can reorder things over here. So people that have been in here more than once, if you wanted to move stuff around as far as your navigation, you can do that. All right, then you want to, at the bottom, you're going to do a save, and then save arrangement. And what you should then see is when you view blog, you should see that navigation item up at the top. All right. While we have a couple more minutes here, as the other thing that, so actually, yeah, that's what we need to do. So let's go back. How do we get back now to edit that video production page? Because we want to add content into there. How do we go back to editing that? Pages, good, Olivia. All right, so we're going to do We're going to go to pages, and then you should find your video production, do edit. All right. So as you can see, I listed the projects that we did here. What's going to be up to you guys to do is to insert the objective, the tools used, and a sample of your project. All right. So you can get your objectives from the Google Classroom. All right. So if we go to Classroom, and then we can find it in the instruction worksheet. So if I went to the magic video, and then, so right up here, it was to create a video which includes some aspect of text or that could not exist in real life. I'm going to copy that, and then in my table here, I'm just going to right click, and I always do paste as plain text. Sometimes if you just do a Control V, you may see some weird highlighting happening in there. So I always encourage you to paste as plain text. All right. And then, you can do some formatting. Maybe if you want that to be on a separate line. Control B, Control U will underline. You have all of your word processing types of formatting up here. All right. Tools used, you'll have to think a little bit about which things you use for each project. What I'd like to kind of finish up with here today is inserting a picture and a video. All right. So for our trading card project, you're going to have a JPEG, right? So if we look up at the top here, you have next to the word link, there's a little icon or thumbnail. It says insert image. All we have to do is click on there. You have options from Google Album Archive, from your phone. I think it has to be hardwired in. A webcam. All right, mostly though, I'll just be choosing to upload. So I'm just going to pick any random picture, which I'd like everybody to do now. Just insert a random picture into there, or if you have, if you can find your trading card project quickly, that's great. If you click on the picture, you do have some sizing options. So I can make it small. I can add captions. I can do some justification. All right. Think about your design for that. All right, and then finally, let's talk about inserting a video. All right, so the next thing here, we will click on the video insert button, and you shouldn't be uploading because it will take long to process, and you'll be sitting there waiting forever. What you should be doing is uploading from YouTube. You can paste in the URL, or there's a nice tab here that says My YouTube Videos. So if you posted your videos in YouTube like you were supposed to for the projects, it should pull them up here in your library. You can select it, and now it inserts very quickly. All right, so we would update this, view it, and then I can click on my tab. I don't know which page I updated. I must not have had the right one in there. So actually, let's see. Let's do that one. So I'm going to take this page and put that in my navigation as opposed to that one. We'll move this back up. Save. Save. View. Video production. There we go. See if this works in here. Oh yeah. Which is pretty cool because I can use my VR video right in here also. And it's totally interactive. Look at that ugly guy. Alright, so so the thing with this, so I'm going to finish this recording. I'll post it and use it for reference. So by Friday, I'd like you guys to have all this information filled out. Alright. Objectives, tools used, samples of the work, your final project, and then you have a couple reflection questions here to kind of wrap up everything.